Occasionally you have to take one for the team. That's what I like to call it anyway. And this week I've had a couple of days like that where I had a load that would have brought me back into the yard, but they had loads that were going into a place in Montgomery, New York off of 84, and so I had to do what they call a relay, and that's where you, in a sense, forfeit the load that you have, and you take somebody else's load and deliver it because they don't have the time. They don't have the time available on their drive time or their 14-hour day, whatever, to deliver the load. So anyway, I had one on Thursday that was going to Chicago that would have had me in. It would have had me in by Saturday this morning to I would have been able to do some things this weekend that I was hoping to do, but because that load had to go up to New York, they put me on that. So I delivered that load up to New York, and they got me another load. Now that was Thursday. Friday they got me a load that was going back to the yard again. Or, you know, this time it would have been going to the yard, and I would have been able to do all of the things I had hoped to do this weekend. But again, they had a guy that didn't have the hours, and so I did another relay back up to Montgomery, New York, the same exact load, and so I delivered that, and then today, which is Saturday, which I had hoped to be home tonight, I got a load that I have to pick up in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania, and I take that to the yard, which I'll have no problem getting it there today, but I won't be able to deliver it until Monday, which defers payment, so I don't get paid for a load that doesn't deliver before midnight on Saturday. So I won't get paid for that load this week. I'll still get paid for it. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the money's the same, but it kind of hurts a little bit when you have a, you know, 400 or 500 mile load that you don't get paid for, even though you did the work. But you know, hey, that's trucking. So anyway, I'll have to deliver that load on Monday, and then at that point I will probably be out of hours, and I'll have to take a 34-hour break on Monday after I deliver the load. So I'll take the load to the yard tonight, and I'll probably spend the night in the yard, because sometimes it's just easier to stay in your truck than it is to, you know, drive home in the middle of the night. Damn it. And so anyway, so I'll get home tomorrow, and there's one thing I was hoping to do on Sunday that I'll be able to do, hopefully. Then I'll have to drive back down to the yard and deliver the load on Monday morning, and then I'll be out of hours, so I'll drive back home for a 34-hour. Just a horrible consumption of your life. You know, that's, trucking is you really waste a lot of hours in your life. So I mean, that's something you got to take into consideration. If you can't deal with that, you don't want to be a truck driver, trust me. Okay.